I was an athlete. I was always in really good shape. And being in good shape has always been really important to me. So when some of these things started happening to me, the weight gain and the issues with medication, the depression was terrible. And a lot of it had to do with the fact that my health was deteriorating, and it was deteriorating quickly. Started out right around the year 2000 with cancer and this mystery leg neuropathy, which was just as painful as could be. I ended up going to UCSF, Stanford. I went everywhere trying to figure out what it was, and all I seemed to collect along the way was medications. The medication would lead to another medication. And I'd run into some sort of a health issue, prostatitis, which was a precursor to the cancer. That led me into one medication. I had an allergic reaction to it, ended up in the emergency room on New Year's Eve. The thing that was supposed to help me was creating all my troubles. So I was driving up here and I saw the Weimar Institute, a little sign. I'm not kidding you, a little sign. And I'd been up here 1,000 times on my way to Reno and Tahoe. And I thought, I'm gonna go look at it and see what it is. So I came up, and when I saw this, I was really taken back by it. It's like, how did this thing get here? Especially how did I not know about it? So I remember taking one of the flyers down at the bottom of the hill where that office is at. And then I decided just to walk up and look around, and I went to the store and the lodge, and I thought, my goodness, this place this is insane. And then I started seeing a few kids, and everybody was very pleasant and very polite, and I still didn't really know where I was. I actually walked inside the lodge and asked somebody in there what it was about, and they were kind enough to take me through it. And it went home, and it was maybe a week or two later, I decided to call. And one thing kind of led to another, and they started telling me about it. When I first got here, there were two medications that I was on, fentanyl and Vicodin. And the first day when the doctors, when they come in and interview you on your first day, I still remember Dr. Lukens, he's looking down at my chart, and he says, what we're gonna do is we're gonna have you stop taking them, and instead of doing the 3-day fast, we'll have you skip the 3-day fast while we wean you off of these. He's got to be crazy. How could I possibly do that? It'd been over 12 years, both of them. There was no exit strategy ever given by a doctor. People that are under the weight of being in bondage to medication, it's awful. It's an everyday, all you're doing is surviving. You're not living, you're existing. You're just trying to get by day to day. And you want so badly to be to have anything back you used to. I used to feel this way and I don't anymore. I'm miserable, and you're miserable every day. And then you're around people and they're miserable because you're miserable. And now you don't want to be around people because you don't want to make them miserable. And next thing you know, you're not enjoying anything about life whatsoever. NEWSTART gave me that hope back that I could do this naturally, and I did. 3 weeks later, I wasn't taking either one of them. Every person I'll ever talk to about this place at all, I want them to understand this is a spiritual issue. It is not a health issue. It's not about eating. It's not about medication. It's not about addiction. It's a spiritual issue. And if you get the spiritual side of this and you understand that God wants you happy, that He wants you to get your weight under control. He wants you off those medications. Well, if I'm off the medications, what am I gonna do? Well, maybe it's time to find out. Maybe it's time to find out what God has for you. Give it a shot. What do you got to lose? I was pretty miserable the way I was. What did I have to lose? Nothing. And that's really another reason of coming up, is I had nothing to lose. I was at the end. You didn't wake up one day and decide, you know what, I think I want to be miserable. You didn't wake up one day and decide you wanted to be an addict. You didn't wake up one day and do those things. You simply get caught in the vortex sometimes of the ugliness in life, and you end up in a place you'd never thought you would. And you ask what New Start was. New Start was the hope that gets you out of that. That's what New Start is. It's hope.